Okay, today we are working on CO10, the order of I can apply the order of operations on expressions with rational numbers. So that's when we're coming back to that PERMDAS that we've been talking about. So you're going to, I don't have a very good movie voice. Mr. Schultz has a much better movie voice than me. But imagine a world without rules for solving equations. So we could look at 3 plus 4 times 7, and we might think that the answer is 49. But then if we look at 3 plus 4 times 7, we could say the answer is 31. How do we know which one is correct? Because here, if we're adding straight across, 3 plus 4 is 7, times 7, it equals 49. But then somebody else comes over here and decides they want to do 4 times 7 is 28, plus our 3 equals the 31. It's the same numbers, same operations, and we get a different answer. We can't have that. This is math. We need to be able to have two different people do the same problem and get the same answer. Without the order of operations, one could make a case that either answer is correct, but because of the order of operations, we know there is only one correct answer. And we know, because we are just smarty pants in my class, that we need to multiply before we add. So our answer would be 31. So let's look at the order of operations. What is it? Now, last year in 5th grade, you learned about PEMDAS. We are learning about PERMDAS in 6th grade because we cannot forget about those radical numbers. So the first thing we do is our parentheses. The second thing we do is exponents. Ooh, I'm having a hard time writing this. Let me write it out this way. So we've got parentheses, we've got exponents. The R is for radicals. That is our square roots. So exponents are when we are squaring or cubing or going to the power of 4, going to the 4th. The R is for radicals when we find that square root. So we've got first is parentheses. Our next layer is exponents or radicals. Then our next layer that we do is multiply and divide. So we've got multiply and divide. They are the same level, so it doesn't matter which one we come to first as we go from left to right, just like we're reading our words. When you're doing your operations from left to right, whichever one you hit first of the multiply or divide is the one that you do first. Then our last level is add and subtract. Again, whichever one you hit first as you are going from left to right is the one that you are going to do. So reading it going across. So if all the operations in the equation are the same height, work from left to right. So if they are all the same level, multiply, divide, that's what I was saying, go from left to right. Evaluate each expression below. Let's see how well we can use this order of operations. So if we look at this first one, we can see 12 plus 4 times 3. So we have to ask ourselves, is there any parentheses? No. So I don't have to do parentheses level. Are there exponents or radicals? There are not. So now I move on to my next level, multiplying and dividing. As I'm reading it across, I see there is a multiplying. 4 times 3 is 12. I always keep going one expression down after the other, so you keep them in the same order. You don't want to throw this 12 over on this side because that can mess you up with some of your operations. So keep them flowing down in the same order. Now we do our next level. 12 plus 12 is 24. And that is our final answer. So again, do your different levels, do the math that you have to do, and carry down what you need to carry down, keeping it in the same order. These just have 3 numbers in the expression. When they get to be longer, it becomes more and more important that you are making sure that you follow through, you follow down all of your numbers and expressions or in operations, so that way you're keeping yourself organized and on track. We're going to skip over to 20 divided by 3 plus 2 in parentheses. So let's look at that one. We want to do the parentheses first. So our parentheses say 3 plus 2, which is 5. And then I carry down my 20 and my divided by. So 20 divided by 5 gives us 4. So that's how we're just going to rewrite the expression every time. So our homework for today is just working on all of these orders of operation, using the order of operations for all these expressions just on this page. It's just 1 page for today. So I'm going to stop the recording.